Good morning, Facebook, and all of our friends and family, etc. So, something really interesting. So anyway, I'm on my way this morning to a closing in Lake Geneva. And over the weekend, Russ and I have discovered something kind of interesting, a trend that we're seeing happening. I'm actually predicting that next year, the tax assessments in Kenosha are probably going to go up. And if they haven't this year, I'm almost positive they're going to be going up next year. And here's the reason. Because what we're seeing trending this year is that housing prices, on average, now keep in mind, this is an average, this is a statistic, doesn't mean that every single house fits into this category, but on average, the city of Kenosha, and this is not just the county of Kenosha or anything like that, but this is the city of Kenosha itself, is right now trending to end the year at sales at 115% above the assessment. Now that's kind of interesting because we have not seen that sort of thing happening in over a decade. So the fact that, and good morning Tracy, good morning Babar, so the fact that we haven't seen that happening in the last 10 years is a really interesting trend. In fact, in July and August, which is the stats we were working on, because we're still in September, we won't have those stats until the end of September, but in July and August, it was actually trending at 117% above. So earlier in the year, we didn't see quite as high of a percentage, but the year overall so far, and this is from January all the way through August that we're looking at these stats. So January through August, and 115% overall sale to assessed value. Now, some people, and especially some agents, think that that's not relevant or it doesn't really hold true. And I understand that feeling because it doesn't hold true for every single property, that every single property is going to be worth 115% of its assessed value. However, we do try to take a really good spread across when we do this. We don't just take high-end homes, we don't just take low-end homes, but I will tell you the one thing we do is we do eliminate short sales, foreclosures from our statistical analysis. So short sales and foreclosures, we take out any anomalies, auctions, things of that nature that are not your normal sales, because most of the work that Russ and I do, and I'm sorry if all of a sudden this got really dark, I am driving, so as the sun shifts, well then, so does my lighting. So what's happening though is we're seeing among the normal sales, the sales of the average person selling their house is trending really, really well. So first of all, do be prepared that probably in 2017, Kenosha is going to see a tax assessment raise. So it's something to definitely pay attention to, because although that won't be due until 2018, so don't freak out, don't panic. But it's always good to know ahead of time if you can start budgeting for that, because if your taxes do go up, then your escrows are go up a little bit. So maybe be a little more conservative on what you're saving for and what you're spending for, with the realization in mind that those taxes those assessments may be going up. Because obviously, if a city can see that they're trending between 15, if they're off by 15 to 20%, they are very likely going to want to raise that. Good morning, Tyson. So anyway, so if that trend is happening, we need to pay attention to it so that we're prepared when that happens. Also, we will be doing the rest of the analysis for July and August for the remaining areas, and that'll include everywhere in Kenosha County and Racine County. So hopefully this week we'll be giving you some more local stats. Racine County as well is trending very well. It's trending it's trending close to 100% of sale to assessed value, about 95% overall for the year, but July and August were pretty good. I believe they were at 98. I'll have to check with Russ on that to be sure, because he did Racine and I did the Kenosha ones. So now, just because tax assessment goes up does not necessarily mean that it will go up. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Ryan. I hope you're having a good time, Ryan, in Florida. But just because the tax assessment goes up doesn't necessarily mean the taxes go up, because the other thing you have to pay attention to is the mill rate. And some cities have been dropping their mill rate. Now I know as far as like Tyson is concerned, he's working very hard, and a lot of people in the township of Paris are working very, very hard because they've got a great tax assessment set up for their particular municipality. So if you are looking for something that's worth fighting for right now, or really low taxes, those are them. But also the city of Mount Pleasant is doing very well right now, and their taxes are still very low. In fact, their mill rate drops. Sturtevant's also really low. So if you're looking for a house and taxes are a big deal to you, for some people the taxes are not as big a deal because maybe the house price is cheaper, and with the higher taxes they're still just fine overall. But if that's important to you, and if you're planning to be in that house for the rest of your life, or for 30 years or something like that, where you know that mortgage is going to get paid off and then you're going to be paying just taxes, well then just taxes can be kind of important because it's going to make a difference. But anyway, so those are your Kenosha stats for this morning. And just the city of Kenosha, just the city of Racine. We're going to be fixing up the others this week and seeing where they land. And then obviously in October, we're going to come back to you as well and let you know how September did, because September sales have been a lot slower. We had this huge boom this spring and summer, massive amount of purchasing going on. Fall has seemed to have slowed down just a little bit. Houses are not flying quite as fast. They're still doing pretty well. Right price homes are still moving, but they're not moving in days. It's now taking weeks and or months as opposed to days and or weeks, depending on the house. So those are your Monday morning Kenosha area statistics, and we'll go ahead and we'll post this live video as well to the Adams Man Team page, as well as Russell share it on his so that he can inform all of his people that are on his Facebook that may not be on mine. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I know some people the other day were having a hard time asking questions. We do want to encourage people when we do these Facebook Live sessions, please, please, please ask a question if you have one. I am looking at it. I am glancing at the screen like I'm glancing at my mirrors. And if I see a question, I'll actually pull over and answer it if I need to. I'm well ahead of schedule today, and I've got a great trip ahead of me, heading to Lake Geneva for a wonderful closing. Can't wait to get there. And if you do need any help in real estate, feel free to contact us through Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+. We're on Pinterest. We're on pretty much everything. Instagram, any questions you have, and of course an email. If you want to check out the market, check out some of our listings, you can go to theadamsmanteam.shorewest.com. Really simple. THE Adams, ADAMS MANNTEAM.shorewest.com. And that's where you can find us. If you need a link to it, shoot me an email. Oh, also, if you're not already on our email list, send me your email and we'll get you on our list. Our list does not send you a ton of real estate news. It sends you some occasionally, but mostly it keeps you up to date on what's happening in the area and interesting things that are going on. Usually you get one once every 3 weeks or so. So it's not a lot of like spam in your mailbox. And if you have any suggestions, if you know of local events coming up in November, let us know, because we love highlighting local events in those emails so that people can know what's going on in our area, and we want to be the resource for people to be able to come to and put it out there, because we love, look, neither Russ or I came from Racine and Kenosha, but we love Southeastern Wisconsin. We love Racine County, we love Kenosha County, and we always tell people when we first start working with them, look, we're not from this area, but we choose to live in this area. So I think that's a really good statement to make, because we made that choice. We're not forced to stay here, we want to stay here. So give us a call, give us an email, shoot us a text, let us know what we can do to help you. We also do love your referrals, so if you know anybody who's looking to buy or sell, send our name along. If you need some of our cards, some of our previous customers, I know sometimes you run out of our cards to hand out to friends and family, let us know and we can shoot some out in the mail to you. So anyway, those are your Kenosha stats. Looks like Kenosha is trending really well for this year. That's the city of Kenosha, up 115% over assessed value on the average. So that's really looking good for Kenosha in general, as far as like values of property to assessment. Good news is you're not paying overly much on taxes for Kenosha. We're pretty much right on level. So that's good. We'll get back to you with Mount Pleasant, start event, some of the others as well later on in the week. Have a great day. It's beautiful, sunshiny, but it's not overly warm, so it's a great day for getting outside and getting some activity, and have a good one, and we'll see you guys later. Bye!